Hey, welcome back to Tactics Talk with Guido. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your support in whatever form it comes in. Loaded into Erlenberg here in my Panther 8.8, Premium Tier 8 German medium tank and top tier in a 357. Turns out to be an ace tanker in this tank, so I thought I'd show you guys some gameplay in this, what I think is a really good premium medium tank. It doesn't get a lot of love. A lot of people don't like it at all. It got a bit of a buff in the recent past, I want to say in the last 6 months or so. Didn't make it OP, and that tends to be people's barometer of whether something is good or not. As in, the 252U is good because it's OP. This tank is good, but it's certainly not OP. It does a lot of little things well. It's got a decent armor layout. It can be used for side scraping as an example, although it's not amazing at it, it can be done. Has decent mobility. It's not the fastest one of them around. And the gun is actually pretty nice. Quite an accurate little gun. It's not an amazing gun, but quite accurate. So the tank has a lot of little things going for it. Mainly the gun, I would say. Kind of a jack of all trades and master of none. So we're on Erlenberg, and I have spawned in the north. We're on defense. So we've just got to keep them from getting to our cap. You can see we have quite a few tanks that went over to the east side. Not very many on the west side, so I'll be fighting a holding action right here, depending on what happens. I'm kind of missing the fact that there's a bunch of guys lit right there, so I've missed a couple shots already. Take that, and it goes straight into the dirt, so that doesn't do anything for me. KB3's coming, he goes dark, and I'll shoot where he was. Probably hit him, not 100% certain. And we've got a KR moving up here, getting aggressive, so he goes right across the open area, so I'm going to hit him. Then he's going to come around here. I'm going to try to shoot him right in that back track, and we're going to track him. No, we're not going to track him. So he's going to give me another shot here, and I'm going to try to track him again. I do track him that time, but he fixes it, and now he's behind that piece of rock right there. And now he is very problematic. So I miss. The Bulldog helps take down the E25, but there's an RHM, a KV3, the KR, and an HT number 6, so we're still a little outnumbered. We do have a Scorpion G sitting back there and another E25 blasting away and another heavy sitting back there. But we've lost 3. We've killed one of them. Our Bulldog is in a herding status. And I've gone to gold. I'm trying to take down this KR. Interesting thing about what the KR is doing here is obviously hold down, showing his turret, which is about the strongest thing he's got. I'm not a heavy, I don't have amazing pen, so I'm having a hard time. Plus I'm either missing or going right into his matlet. Just a little tiny bit to shoot right there, either to the side of the turret or up on his little tumor on his hatch there. It looks like the 304 is after me now. So what he's doing, he's kind of locking down. I can't do a whole bunch. I'm going to take aggro from him. I pop up for the RHM because he exposes himself. 33 is right there, so shoot him. I take a hit. And now the RHM comes down, so this is my opportunity to get down there and take care of this RHM. I can't let him get around to my side, especially with the KR sitting there in that hold down spot. Finally get a shot on him. Because I don't want them crawling up underneath us where I can't really get to them because the KR will tear me up, plus they might have shots on me. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing with this KV3. I'm going to accept maybe getting shot by that KR just to get rid of him. I don't want him to get down and get behind the T29 and cause us issues. He is still there. I get hit again. This time from the Hellcat, who's moved his way into the middle of the map. He does that unspotted. For some reason, the KR breaks free. It looks like the T29's got him spooked, but I'm able to clip him. Now, that is just the DPM, or not necessarily the DPM of this tank, but the reload time, which is very fast. Down goes the 304. I don't have to worry about him anymore. We're still losing. Looks like we have quite a few of their tanks up there on our cap starting to push in, so I've got to get up here and get rid of this HT number 6. Come around behind him. There's still a few tanks back there, and they haven't jumped on cap yet, so it's not critical, although it's getting more dangerous as we go. The 604, or sorry, the Type 64s doing yeoman's work over there, somehow staying alive, lighting these guys up and shooting them. I see that the Hellcat's there. I knocked down that building thinking I might have a shot on him, but there's another building behind that, and I'll just move on. This tank carries a lot of ammo. You can see I've gone through quite a bit of it already. My repair kit's getting fixed here. I'm moving forward. Got quite a few of my hit points left at 2,495 damage, but they really are threatening our cap at this point. The T-29 pushes straight through. I would have enjoyed it more if he had not done that. I'm going to forego the shot I might have had there by even looking for it. So what I'm headed for is this little corner over here. Now that their artillery is down, I'm not nearly as worried about exposing my turret over here. Plus, I'm going to be nicely holed down in this little corner, and I can pull back for reloads. This is a pretty good spot for doing exactly what I'm about to do, which is continually reset or kill guys that are trying to get on this cap. The 34-1 being the exception because he can kind of hide back behind there, although while he does that, he's not on the cap. So we're in good shape. All we've got to do is keep them from getting on the cap. What I'm worried about is one of them tucking in between the buildings there. He unwisely pokes again. I'm able to take some more hit points off of him. And now it's a bit of a waiting game. More than likely the AT-8 is moving up and the Hellcat sitting there. So I'm waiting for this guy. And here we go, outstanding. So here's his buddy coming in there attempting to get onto the cap. That one's a track, but that allows me to take more careful aim, start shooting right through his turret on that one. Kind of a small mantlet on the KV-85. That one goes into the hole. You see plenty of pen on this medium for a tier 6 heavy, and boom, he goes down. The Scorpion nukes him. And now things are looking really good, so we're going to move forward here pretty quickly as soon as I get some kind of bravery. He gets hit again. The 64 is still alive, so good job on him. It's fortunate that there was no more artillery. I think he's bushed up there and just lighting guys as they move around, so that's really helpful to the team, especially that he hasn't shot or exposed himself so much that he gets killed. And let's move in and clean up. In general, if there were still a few more of them, I probably would still be sitting there. Take a snap at the Hellcat. He hits me, and I miss him. Probably would still be sitting there rather than push in and look for hit points, but there's enough of us around. I hit the post on that one. And I'm really not too worried. Even if I die here, more than likely these guys are going to be able to clean them up. But that surprised me a bit that the AT-8 is pushing in now. I've got all three of these guys, and this is kind of one of the reasons I didn't push in earlier. I just didn't want to get in here with all three of these guys with no support, but I can see that the T-29 is about to come around the corner, so this is going to get really bad for them here pretty quickly. The Hellcat just went down from the 304 and nuked whatever he had left. The AT is kind of busy and turning, so just put a shot into him. Jam the front of the tank up against the building there. Get a little help from my friend. I know I'm going to take a hit, but I don't care because I can go ahead and aim in fully on this guy's hatch, take him down. And there you have it, 6 kills, 3,718 damage. Defending on Erlenberg, but just a good example of what the 8.8 can do if it's allowed to work. Not the greatest close-in brawling tank, but you can see for a little bit of standoff, able to use some of the accuracy on the gun, and then at the end game with the speed and mobility, getting in there and cleaning up near-deads. Pretty good medium tank. I actually enjoyed this one quite a bit. All right, guys, I hope you learned a little bit. Hope you liked what you saw. If you did, make sure you subscribe. And as always, we will see you.